Lunar New Year is often called Chinese New Year, but is actually celebrated in many countries. Gung Hai Fat Choi, including South Korea, where it is called Solal, Sehebok Mani Badaseo, and Vietnam, where it is called Tet. Chuk Mung Nam Moi. Each country has their own traditions and ways to celebrate Lunar New Year, but most include honoring their ancestors and also wishing for a prosperous new year. Good luck and the color red go hand in hand, so you'll see relatives handing children red envelopes filled with money. This is also a good time for teachers to celebrate the new year with their students. So here are 10 Lunar New Year activities for the classroom. Zodiac Activity. There are 12 Chinese zodiac animals which rotate, so every year there is a different animal. 2022 is the year of the tiger. Chinese children are often told the story of the Jade Emperor, who wanted a new way to measure time. He invited all the animals to take part in a swimming race. The first 12 animals across the river would have a year of the zodiac named after them. The rat came first after he convinced the ox to let him climb atop his back and carry him across the river. Once on the other side, he leapt onto the bank to finish first, followed closely by the diligent ox. They were followed by the tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. Just like astrology, every person's zodiac depends on which year they were born. Even if you don't believe in it, it is a fun way for students to learn about personality traits. Here is a worksheet of the zodiac and traits. First, show the traits without the animals attached. Next, explain the words to make sure everybody understands. Get students to guess which option they are and write it down. They reveal their animals and you check who guessed their zodiac correctly. Paper plate dragon. Dragons are a symbol of luck and strength. In China, they create dragon decorations, celebrate with dragon dances, and dragon boat races. Let your students celebrate Lunar New Year by crafting a paper plate dragon. I've also added coloring pages and fun worksheets in the description below. New Year's resolutions. Here are the 10 most popular New Year's resolutions. Go through them with your class, then place learners in small groups or pairs. They have to discuss the resolutions and create a list of the most important to least important resolutions for them. I also like to write the resolutions on slips of paper, which students take and then have to mime it to the rest of the class, and they have to guess like charades. Tangram is a popular puzzle that originated in China that involves moving around simple geometric shapes to make images. I included a Tangram template that you can print out for your learners. They color their shapes and cut them out. I also asked my students to write their names at the back so that they don't get lost. Get students to create their own pictures or give them some examples to use. The rabbit is my favorite. Fortune teller or envelopes. Students can fold their own red envelopes or fortune tellers. Instead of money, let them write a nice letter to a friend or family member, then insert it into the envelope. Moms love it when they receive gifts like these. Alternatively, they can make predictions of the future. Write it out on paper, fold it into a fortune teller, and let the students use it with one another. Make the predictions fun and kind. Possible future events. You will receive a puppy. You will get the highest grades in class. Your crush will fall in love with you. Pair questions about New Year's Day. With all the students, you can pair them up and give each student 10 questions to ask the other about New Year. On the EduTeach website, you can find a list of topics with 10 unique questions for student A and B. There are more than 50 topics to choose from. Uturi is a popular Korean game that is played during Korean Lunar New Year, or Solal. It is a simple board game that can be played in small groups. Print out the board and give each player 4 counters of their own color. In Uturi, you get 4 sticks that you use for counting, but you can just use a die. Take turns and throw a die to move along the board. If you land on another player, you can remove them and they have to restart that counter. Fall on your own and it is your option to move together. When you land on the big circles in the corners, it's your choice to go down a different line. The first player to have all their counters around the board wins. Chopstick Relay. Lunar New Year is a mostly Asian event, so why not test your students' chopstick skills while learning? Split the class into 2 teams and hand each team a stack of flashcards. Both teams line up at the back of class, and in the front you place 2 pairs of chopsticks and 2 bowls filled with beans or grains of rice. You can use as many beans as there are flashcards. When you give the signal, the first student of each team picks up a card and explains it to the second person in line. Once that person guesses the card correctly, they have to walk, don't run, to the bowl and pick up the bean using the chopsticks. Then they have to move it to the back of class using those same chopsticks. They then explain the next card to team member number 3 and it's their turn to run towards the bowl. The first team to move all the beans from the front of class to the back wins. Reading and listening Lunar New Year activities. As teachers, we need resources that students can read and listen to about Lunar New Year, especially English teachers. I found an excellent website with reading and listening material that explains Lunar New Year as well as comprehension activities from ESL holiday lessons. At the end of Lunar New Year, people celebrate with a lantern festival. Help learners make their own lanterns to show off with in class.
Okay, so if you want to make paper lanterns, you can make them like these. Look how pretty they are. This is what you need: paper, scissors, a stapler, glue, a ruler and a pencil, and things to decorate with. Make the handle, so cut off 1 inch and use that. Fold the paper in half, draw a horizontal line, cut the slit till it looks like this, and you can unfold it and then decorate it. You're going to staple it together and then glue the handle.
Sharing cultural experiences with your students helps them learn new skills and expands their understanding of the world. So use these Lunar New Year activities in your class to pique their interest in different cultures and prepare them for life as global citizens.